Joe Jonas rejects his post-divorce album is targeting her former partner Sophie Turner. Joe Jonas has no intention of exacting revenge. Not only is Joe's most recent album, Music for People Who Believe in Love, expected to be his most personal to date, but he also claims that it was never meant to be a critique of his now-divorced wife Sophie Turner, with whom he had a very publicized separation in September. When discussing the album's recording process with Billboard in an August 27 interview, he said, "It was scary at times, and also freeing. With this record, I'm not aiming to come for anyone. I'm not attempting to offend anyone." The 35-year-old said, "I have a beautiful life that I'm grateful for. Beside her 2 kids, Willa, 3, and Delphine, 2. I have 2 gorgeous children. The music has to reflect not only my happiness, but also the path that brought me here," he continued. "I was going through a lot of life changes, discovering who I was as a friend, father, and individual, and I was living under the microscope that is the music industry. And I believe that I turned to music as a release during such a chaotic period of my life." The former member of the Jonas Brothers has already intimated that this album, which is slated for release on October 18, is a deep dive into his inner world. In July, Joe said, "I think this is the most personal music I've ever written in a body of work," on SiriusXM's Andy Cohen Live. "I wanted to speak for myself instead of 3 guys or DNCE. Because sometimes it feels strange to hear someone else share their personal experience. You can generalize this and say, well, this is what we all experience," he said. "All of us have experienced something similar in life, whether it was joyous or painful. This is something that I feel like it's hard for me to just share with anyone," I thought to myself. Despite their first statement saying they had decided to part ways amicably, Joe and Sophie's split has been going on for about a year. During that time, the couple's split became more public and difficult, particularly over custody of their 2 children, until they eventually came to an arrangement in January. In an interview that was published on May 15, Sophie, 28, stated to British Vogue, "I'm not happy with how everything turned out, especially with regard to my kids. In this whole thing, they are the victims. However, I believe we're trying our best."